Right, guys. So let's start with some of the common tools, and then we will go dive into pretty complex usage of the tool. So don't worry about it. If I some of my demonstrations you don't understand or you want to dive a little bit deeper, because this concept, this tool will come up in the future again and again. And from my learning experience, I think it's best to ingrain this, just integrate all this usage of the tool into some real life example, and this really help you to understand it and to master it, because if there is a skill that you want to master, you need to use it rather than just like memorizing the concept from the textbook, because that's too boring, and if you don't use it you will forget it. I think some studies said that you will forget about 70% of the next week. So yeah, let's bring you guys some of the most used tools that I think these artists should know. First, of course, and I will bring you guys the shortcuts. Yeah, so you don't need to memorize that. You just use it every time I mention it. Okay, so it's brush, of course. You just press B and you just change that to brush. And remember, we got more options of the brush. One more option is if you click and hold, you got brush, pencil, and color mixer, something like that. Okay, and of course you can often use the shortcut is to shift and brush. Okay, and you can change that. And the second places where you find more options for the brush is here. Okay, and I think I have already demonstrated earlier is that you can change the size here. If you see the dot, let me just make it bigger. If you see dot, okay, and then you can click here and change the size of it. Okay, the current size is 53 pixel, and remember, if you change that to pretty big, you can have some special effect. Okay, so this is 124 pixel. So if you draw something, and this is a preset, if you draw something and on the heart, yeah, you get a pretty thick line, and it just become easy for you to just get everything black. Okay, so and you can change the color. For example, you can change this color, and you can also use this method to make it a different color. Okay, so this is just the first thing. The second thing I think is compare. Okay, so if you use brush, and you have to use eraser. Okay, and so click eraser, and you can change the eraser size as well, and you can erase it. And normally the eraser just erase everything, just become a white pixel, and you can even change the eraser's opacity. Okay, so you won't get too hard, like you are holding the razor in your physical world in real life. It's 100% opacity means that just 100% that you push the eraser pretty hard, you press the eraser pretty hard, and you just get everything out. But if you just decrease the opacity, you can get a pretty interesting effect. Is that you need to use eraser multiple times in order for it to fully erase. And this effect is pretty useful. Like you are using your eraser in the real world, and you don't want a totally cleaning of the color, but just want to make it more thinner. Okay, and this if you are dealing with the reflections or light and shadows, it's pretty interesting, and you can fine tuning this. Okay, so you can fine tuning that here and fine tune it, and of course you can use different tools such as here gradient tool to automatically do that But personally, I prefer this tool because this is more like the work of human, rather than just automatically change gradients of it. So this is pretty helpful, and you can do that a lot of the time in order for you to have some special effects. Okay, so you're not only draw with the brush, but also you can draw with the eraser as well. So yeah, pretty helpful tool. Yeah, so brush and eraser is a pair, and of course, as you can change the opacity of the eraser, you can also change the opacity of the brush, and you can change the flow, you can change the smoothness. Okay, so the opacity for now is 100%, but if you just lower it down, and you can see it's not a little bit transparent. If you just got 100, just got pretty thin color. And of course, you can change the flow as well. So the flow is like if you are in the physical world, your pen do have the flow of the ink, okay? And if you just make it a little smaller, even though you got 100% opacity, you draw that, you will notice. So you can use the zoom tool, and you can use the hand to just edge, click, okay? And you got here, okay? And you will notice that at the edges, at the beginning and the ending of your, holding here and holding and release your mouse, you will notice, okay? And then you can zoom it, okay? So Z, click, and you can zoom. You will see the difference of the edges because you got not 100% of flow. You will notice that at the edges at the beginning and ending of your line, you will notice a flow that is not too thin. 100% of it at the beginning of it. It's pretty I think it's pretty light pink, and then darken it because they add a flow later. Okay, so it's a pretty convenient tool if you need to have some special effect, especially if you like to draw some edges, like the reflection, something like that. You can use this method, and we will come to that later on. And smoothness, you can change that. My personal favorite is just to leave it to default, okay? But you can also change that. We'll come to that later. I don't think you need to know at the introduction class. So yeah, and you can just unzoom it. You can hold in command and minus, okay, and get the original canvas size. Yeah, that is the brush and erasers pair. You can change that, and you can adjust all the options at the top of it. Okay,